Welcome to this short analysis of Simon Armitage's poem Remains, which explores the devastating psychological impact of war. There are some notes on screen, so you might want to pause and take these down. First, some quick context. Armitage wrote this poem after interviewing veterans for a Channel 4 documentary called The Not Dead. So, Remains is based on the real experiences of a soldier who fought in the Iraq War. The focus isn't on the glory of the battle, but on the long lasting trauma that he experiences, especially the post traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD. The poem begins in medias res, right in the middle of action. The line, "On another occasion, we got sent out to tackle looters raiding a bank," has the casual phrase, "on another occasion," which suggests that violence was routine. It immediately strips the war of heroism, showing it as repetitive and chaotic. Very quickly, we get the soldier's uncertainty through the phrase probably armed, possibly not. This is one of the most important lines. The repetition hammers home the guilt that he might have killed someone unarmed. Notice how the adverb probably comes before the adverb possibly, as if the soldier is trying to convince himself and the reader that the looter was a threat, even though deep down he doubts it. Armitage then gives us disturbing imagery. "I see every round as it rips through his life. I see broad daylight on the other side." The violent verb rips shows how brutal the act was, and broad daylight suggests exposure, so there's no hiding away from what he's done. The memory is seared into his mind. Later, we move from physical horror to psychological haunting. His blood shadow stays on the street week after week. The blood shadow becomes a permanent stain, symbolizing the memory that the soldier can't walk away from. Even back home, the trauma follows him. "And the drink and the drugs won't flush him out. He's here in my head when I close my eyes." This shows how the PTSD dominates his life. War isn't left behind, it's carried into his everyday existence. Finally, the poem ends with raw guilt. "His bloody life in my bloody hands." Here, the word bloody works as both literal, the blood of the man that he's killed, and also as an expletive, emphasizing the soldier's anger and regret. The short two-line stanza feels quite abrupt, mirroring how the memory of this shooting cuts into him again and again. So, in summary, Remains presents the long term physical and psychological damage of war. Armitage shows how one moment of violence continues to haunt a soldier throughout his life through guilt and flashbacks and trauma. The poem strips war of heroism, leaving us only the cost of human life. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to make your annotations. Thank you.